Welcome, everyone, to the first episode of the Have You Heard exclusive. Ready?
Okay, I think I'm ready.
Good
Wednesday!
Yeah, felt good. I'm Nathan.
I'm Pablo.
And, Pablo, what is good?
Nothing much.
No, I meant like...
Shit.
no,
Okay, sorry.
I meant like,
Okay.
what
Good.
does good stand for?
Good stands for guys orating opinionated discussions. But let me ask you this, Nathan. What is Wednesday?
Today, stupid. It's the day of the week. Go back to school. Oh, wait, you can't.
Damn it.
Want to know why? Because quarantine.
Yippee! No, but
And
basically
that's what we're mainly going to be talking about this episode.
that's exactly what I did not want to talk about mostly. But you know what?
Well,
We'll get to that.
the opposite.
Sure, we'll get to that. Basically, we wanted to start this. If you saw our little introduction trailer sorts that we posted last week, we just wanted to have a little outlet where we can talk about whatever we want to in a nice environment where you guys can feel included. So that's basically it. We're just going to be kind of talking about whatever we're feeling like while we're stuck in quarantine. So,
Yes, sir.
yeah. So to start off, Nathan, what have you been up to?
During these dumb times,
Mhm.
these stupid period of time, yeah, I've been doing a lot of weird things that I never thought I'd be doing with
Mhm.
like an really like long break like this.
Right.
I was actually like kind of bored enough to actually look up a Bob Ross painting thing, and I did a painting thing on my own little what are those things called? Easel? They're called easels with
Yeah,
the things you
canvas?
paint on. Yeah, canvas. Yeah, that thing.
The easel
I
is
did
like the
I did
stand
one
for
of
the
those.
canvas.
Well, the easel's the stand. Okay, well. Yeah, I did that, and it didn't really work out too much, but it was fun. And it's something to do. I just looked up a bunch of stuff to do, and one of the recommendations was paint, and I considered it, and then it was bad.
Oh, that's good. Anyway, yeah, yeah, I've been just kind of vibing, just kind of doing schoolwork and whatnot when I get it. Uh, let's see. I don't know. I haven't really done too much. I've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing. Gosh darn, that is an
Oh yeah, that new one.
excellent game, I have to say.
Yeah, really. I heard it
Yeah.
was like not that bad or kind of bad from some people though.
What?
I don't know.
The
People are
only
like, dude, I don't like this.
the only time I've seen like people say bad things about it is like people who are like, "Ugh." Like some people are mad that like if you go on Metacritic right now, it has a really like low score because people were like review bombing it because you couldn't have multiple islands per like cartridge. So like everyone shares an island on the same Switch, so you need to buy a second Switch to have a separate island. So a lot of people are kind of mad about that. But
Oh,
I have
that's
not seen
weird.
other people be mad about that. Like anything else.
Oh yeah. I've been
Yeah.
I've been getting bored of video games because that's just all I've been doing aside
Really?
from like schoolwork and whatnot. But
Mhm.
I've been getting like super bored of video games until Doom came along. The new Doom game,
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
probably one of the most funnest games I've ever played. It's literally just running around and going on a massacre. That's all it
Mhm.
is.
Yeah. I've also been playing a lot of older games that are like in my like Steam backlog on my computer. That I just haven't gotten the chance to play yet. Like not play, but like finish. For example, I bought like the entire Half-Life franchise when Half-Life Alyx was announced. Have not beat it. Have not even beat the first one. Kind of cringe, but it's kind of a shit game. Like
Oops. It sounds stupid. Just say the name and it sounds dumb.
Half-Life. What is even that?
That makes no sense.
Actually, I'm learning about that. Like I read about that in my physics textbook. It's like the time, like an isotope takes to decay. That's what Half-Life is. But it has nothing to do with the game.
Wow, nerd over here. That
All right,
sounds
sorry, but yeah.
Sheesh. One of the good things that I've been seeing good about like quarantine, like people like staying home and all that, is that people have actually like turned to like doing more like reading stuff and like working out and getting fit, eating healthier, just because they're either bored or they just want something to do and all that.
Yeah.
That's one of the good things I've seen, so it makes me at least not as scared because there's some good sides to it that people are staying home and getting fit.
I started exercising and then I was like, I don't really like this.
I don't like it.
Yeah, like
Sweating.
I found like some exercise that was like pretty okay. Like you only had to do it like every 2 days. Uh, it was like something like totally like baloney, like how to get 6 pack in 30 days. And then like I
Yeah,
started
it's
doing
not.
it, I was like, it's been like 15 days. I'm like, I have nothing. So I rewatched the video and it was like, yeah, if you're already skinny, I was like, oh, screw you. Yeah. Not to say I'm fat for people who don't know me.
Right,
I'm
you
not a
just gotta,
bum.
you gotta put off
I
a
got a little
couple.
chub. All right,
Yeah,
that's all
you
I
gotta
gotta say.
put off a couple pounds, and then you
Yeah.
can start it.
Yeah. Anyway, seeing as this is a music podcast of sorts, have you listened to any music while you've been isolated?
Yeah, I've been going back to all the albums that we've been listening to. I've listened to some Goodbye and Good Riddance,
Mhm. Mhm.
especially while I'm either playing video games or like while I'm painting or doing those drawing things I mentioned.
Mhm. Absolutely. 100%. Yeah, I've been listening. I started listening to a lot of albums like during March break, like just whole albums, like just sitting down and listening to the albums. And then when we learned that March break was extended, I just kind of stopped and I was like, yeah, there's no real point to this. What did I listen to? I listened to Yay. We haven't talked about Yay yet. I started listening to American Teen, and then I was like, not really a huge fan of this, if I'm being honest. I also listened to Kids See Ghosts, an album you have also listened to.
Yes, the full thing.
I think I listened to Igor again, and
Wow,
you know, yeah, I just started hearing you screaming. Um,
that was an episode.
that was an episode. If only you listened to it,
Oh
what
yeah,
would we have said?
I've been seeing on like I'm seeing on like social media all of like the really cool things that's happening like around the world.
Oh yeah.
While all these places are like closing down. For example, I think some zoos in Chicago let the penguins like
Oh, I
run
saw
around the
that.
zoo. Dude,
I
I
saw
thought that
that.
was so cool. And
That's
like
so
all the
cool.
penguins got to like run around the zoo, and like their favorite animal was like either an elephant or something like that, because they've never seen one before.
Right.
So they found it so interesting. And they were all like so confused, but it was so funny. It was awesome.
Mhm.
That's pretty cool that they're doing that.
Yeah,
They're making the best.
yeah. I saw like dolphins are starting to come back. Did you see that?
I don't understand. That's apparently like a meme on like social media. I don't understand what that means.
People are saying like I've seen a lot of memes about it that people are like dolphins are coming back. So then like it's gonna be like in another month dinosaurs are gonna be coming back.
Yeah, that's what I've been seeing too.
Yeah, they're
But
just saying.
I didn't even know that like dolphins
I
went
didn't
away
either. I
somewhere.
didn't know they were like that extinct. Like for it to be like now they're coming back. But yeah, I don't think dinosaurs are gonna be coming back. Although I did see like some bird started showing up again, and everyone's like, "What?
Dodo bird.
Dodo bird starts coming back."
Dodo
Everyone
bird.
freaks out, dude. I'm gonna lose my mind.
Damn,
What
them
else?
guys are dumb.
I also re-listened to Pimp a Butterfly. Gotta say, crap. Which episode did I say that album was bad in? Oh, okay, that
Pimple
episode's
bird.
out. I don't want to be
What?
spoiling anything. To Pimp a Butterfly by Kendrick Lamar.
Oh,
You remember I talked about it in the 808s episode? I said it's bad.
yes.
I re-listened to
Yeah.
it. Still bad.
Ah,
Just thought I'd mention that. Um,
well,
crap. What else have I been doing? I don't know. For the most part, I've just kind of been vibing. Started playing Jackbox more, because Discord allows like better, like it has a pretty high streaming quality now. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
well, who do you play with?
It's my two other friends. Well, no, they were on the episode. I was trying to think if they were on, if I could say their names.
Oh, it's just like some online friends.
Yeah, well, no, it's
That's not fun.
it's both of them were in the boys episode. It's Damien, the one who was crying, and
Yep.
Michael, the one who liked Fortnite.
He loved Fortnite.
He really did love Fortnite. What can I say?
Damn.
Yeah. What else did I want to say? I had something very important to say.
Something funny about the weather while you think though, that made me just completely like mesmerized was that like think about like the last couple years of like how April weather was and like April and like end of March weather was how it was like crappy and all rainy.
Right. Totally.
It is not like that anymore at all,
And we're stuck inside.
and we're stuck inside. It is the
Yeah.
exact opposite right now
Kind
in
of.
most places.
Yeah. Kind of a fat rip, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Let's see. I had something like so important to say. I'm looking through my phone trying to find it because I saw something, and I was like, we need to talk about this. I guess all I can say really is like, and yet we live in one. You know?
I hate that stupid meme.
I don't know why you hate this stupid meme
It
so much.
doesn't. I don't
It's like
understand.
the whole we live in a society thing, but it's like the other half. You know? Because and yet we live in one.
So
It's perfect. I don't know.
It's so stupid.
I don't know what your issue is. That it's perfect. Uh,
I'm not sure if this is like an everyone thing. Have you been like baking more? I've been baking so much more now. I don't know why.
well,
Like in
I've actually feel like I've been baking less, and it's because I don't. Okay, I'm kind of an expert, right? I'm kidding. I'm not really.
sure.
I make a mean lava cake, and I
I don't
remember
even know
I
what that is.
told that to Ryan, and he said, "You
Okay.
know, lava cakes are just undercooked cake, right?" And I said, "I know that, you idiot." Oh, I remember
So
what I was
you
gonna tell
just
you earlier. Okay, we'll get
accidentally
back to that.
make lava cake.
Like lava cakes are so like they're so easy to make and they're so delicious. But the only thing, like the hardest thing about it is the chocolate. Because not that like it's expensive or like it's hard to find or anything, but like baker's chocolate, we never have enough for like multiple batches. So usually
Yeah, that's true.
I'll make like 6, I think. Because like just like me and
Yeah.
my family, usually they'll have like other people, I might make more or whatever. And like basically like usually I'll use all the baker's chocolate that we have because like otherwise
Seriously?
yeah, okay, you need like 1 bar to make 4. So like and like a bar is like I think it's 112 grams. So it's like the size of like a big
Oh, dang.
Hershey's bar. That's
Like a big
4
one.
lava cakes. So like they come in like packs of 2. When we
Hmm.
buy them, we don't buy like 70 packs. We buy
Yeah.
like 1 or 2. And then there's always some
Right.
catch to then like the next day I'll make more or something because someone won't be home or we will be having like more people over and they'll be like, "What? I don't get lava cakes?" And it's like, "I swear to Jesus himself, I'll make you a lava cake." I'm not gonna get mad. I love making lava cakes. But yeah. Also, me baking is not a good thing because I'm so extra when it comes to it. Like I bust out an apron and a chef hat, and yet neither of them like get dirty or used at all. It's just for
Yeah, I
nice.
don't understand why chef hats are a thing.
Chef
It's like
hats
those
don't make
scrunchies that
sense.
like the school cafeteria ladies wear, but like more
Yeah,
fancy.
like hairnets make sense because they stop hair from getting out. But like the big
Yeah.
poofy chef hats, there's no point. There's no
There's no
point at all.
point.
Except for when you have a rat up there pulling on your hair.
Yes.
That reminds me of a tweet I saw. I need to find it. Uh, no, it's actually hilarious, and I wanted to like it, but I didn't want to see the people that follow me see this. So I'm sorry, it's so okay. So basically, this dude, his name's Jakey. He's
Sure.
he's a YouTuber.
Alright.
He was a guest. He's often a guest on the podcast I was talking about, the Gus and Eddie podcast, by 2 other YouTubers. Their names being, get this, Gus and Eddie. I know. He tweeted, "What if Linguini from Ratatouille was having sex and the girl pulled his hair and he started cooking spaghetti?" Just think about that.
Oh my god.
And I imagined that, and I just like died laughing. I don't know what it was.
It's
And
like a
everyone around
stupid
me was
funny.
like, "What is it?" And I showed him it, and they were like, "That's not funny. That's actually just weird." And I was
Your
like,
sense of
"Okay,
humor is so much different than everyone else's.
dude, it's funny." Okay,
It's like the opposite direction on the spectrum here.
well, okay, but you're
What were
not
you gonna mention
understanding.
though from earlier?
Yeah, I was just about to get to that. Okay, so this is gonna be the next corner. Uh, as you'll
How many
remember,
corners are in this house?
there's
Is this a
several.
decagon now?
Crap, what did we say last time? Was it with?
I mean, we said it was an octagon, and
Oh
we only
crap! Wait, that
covered like
episode's not
five
out. That
corners.
episode's not out. That episode's not out. Shut up. Stop talking. That was bad. That
Oh,
was
I didn't
close.
realize that. I forgot.
I think that was
We
episode
just gave
19.
them like a 5 second trailer.
Yeah, episode 19. There's corners. Okay, I don't want to
Those
spoil it.
corners.
I'm sorry. You don't know anything. Clear their memories. Okay. Yeah. We're going to a corner of the room right now.
Okay.
This is going to be the what are you watching corner. I already have two things I want to say. So, Nathan,
Oh boy.
have you watched anything over this quarantine?
Movies?
Movies, shows, whatever, dude.
Well, things that I've watched,
Not
not too
necessarily
many.
new either. Like if you like rewatch something
It's
or
been a
if it's
lot.
something
It's been a
old.
lot more YouTube than Netflix. I can say that.
Okay, interesting.
What stuff you've been watching and what like genres if you have?
All right. Well, I already have two, technically three, but I'm not going to talk about one. Uh, two shows slash comedy specials that I have watched. Those are I finished watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which
Oh, it's a great
beautiful,
show.
great
Yeah,
show.
I'm on like season
Uh,
5 of that. Then I just gave up on that.
you gotta keep going, dude. I mean, not that season six was like incredible, but I think that you gotta keep going just because they're making more episodes.
Yeah, there's a new season coming out yet.
Yeah, I think season seven is like out right now on like cable, but I don't really watch cable too much.
Yeah, me either.
And I also watched. It's a comedy special. Do you know who John Mulaney is?
John Mulaney. Oh, I've heard that name before.
I see him a lot in
Dude,
like
it's so familiar.
on like memes and on like memes on like Instagram and stuff where people will like get something like that he said or something. He's a very relatable guy. I'll find a picture of him. I'll send it. He's a stand-up comedian. I think that's pretty obvious from the words that I'm saying
Okay.
right now.
All right.
I will send it to you right now. And basically, my file is too powerful. Screw you, Discord. Can I just
I'll
say?
just look it up. I can probably find it in
No,
a
no, no.
couple
I got it. I
seconds
got it. I got it right here. It's right there. Look at that. Wow.
here. Wow, look at that. Right there.
Okay, there it is. Okay.
Oh yes, I've seen it
Yeah.
before.
I knew
Yes.
like you don't know the name, but like you know the face.
Yep.
Okay, so he has a comedy special called I think I put it on like my Snap story of one of the songs from it. Uh he has a comedy special called John Mulaney and the Sack Lunch Bunch. And it is one of the funniest specials and like it's one of the most obscure and bizarre things I've ever seen, but it's so good. Like it's something like you never would have expected from what you're getting into. Basically, it's a variety show like Sesame Street. And there's kids and they're basically like the main actors and they sing and everything. But it has like very adult themes. So it's like
So it has these kids singing adult theme songs.
not really like not really like adult themes. Like it's not like and then I put my wiener like no, it has nothing to do with wieners, but it's like things that
Okay.
adults will still find funny. So for
Okay.
example, like there's songs, the one I put on my story, it's Plain Plate of Noodles. Absolute banger, can I just say. It's about a kid who only likes macaroni with butter. That's the only thing he likes.
That is disgusting.
Uh, We'll get back to
Macaroni
that.
with butter. Okay.
We'll get
Yeah.
back to that. You're
Yeah.
wrong,
Yeah.
but we will get back to that. But then there's also other songs like Grandma's Boyfriend Paul, where you talk about your grandma's boyfriend, Paul.
Yeah.
Like it's very like it's kind of like SpongeBob, you know? How SpongeBob, no matter who's watching it, you're laughing, you know? It's just anybody can watch it and enjoy it.
That's true.
It's like that, but it's funny because it's all these kids and I don't want to give like too much away cuz I totally think you should watch it. But there's like a part where they're like showing like a mascot. His name is Googie, and they're like, "Googie, run farther!" And then it shows like the mascot like running farther from the camera. It's like, "Googie, come back!" And like it making them run, and he's like out of breath the whole time. And then at the end, it shows a dude in like the Googie suit, like all black and white, you know, and it says "In
Yeah.
Memoriam of Ron." And it's like, "We'll miss you, Ron." And it's like, "Wait, what?" Like all the kids are like freaking out. They're like, "What? There's a dude in the costume." It's like, "Yeah, but like he's dead." And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "What?" He's like, "Okay." Ron had
Sweet.
an oversized heart, which, if you think about it, is better. Like, not better, but it fits him because he just cared about the you kids. He's like, "Hold on, you knew about his medical condition and you still made him run?" And it's like, "Okay, listen, why are you pinning this on me?" He's like, "What, did he die during the shoot?" And it's like, "No, he died after the shoot." He's like, but it was after the shoot. And it's like, yeah, but he didn't die during while we were shooting. He's like, but it was still near the shoot. And it's like, okay, listen, I remember specifically you kids being like, run, Googie, run. All right? That's your fault. And he's like, no, that's out of context. And it's so funny because
Dang.
they're responsible for the death of a 6-year-old
Right.
man in a dinosaur costume.
Yeah, I watched like a Netflix stand-up comedian. I watched Kevin Hart's Irresponsible. I think that's what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an hour long. I'm not sure if it's called Irresponsible or something, but it's really funny. It's a lot more adult humor
Mm-hmm.
than like kids singing. It's a very vast difference.
Oh, okay.
But
Sorry.
oh my god, I was crying laughing. It's very, very, very funny.
Mm-hmm.
He's a great stand-up comedian, man.
Right. I highly
Especially for a
recommend.
short guy.
You know, short guys, they don't get enough credit. If there's any, I
I
know
don't.
there's definitely some short people listening to this right now. You guys, love you, all right?
We
You guys are
both know
great.
who we're thinking of right
We
now.
both know exactly who we're talking about when I say this. Yeah. John Mulaney and the Sack Lunch Bunch. I'm a huge fan of John's work. He was a head writer at, not head writer, he was a writer at SNL. And I like a lot of the skits that he's in on the show, when he was on the show more. So then I found out like he was on like Jimmy Fallon or something, and he was talking about the Sack Lunch Bunch, and I was like, oh, what's this? I went on Netflix, I watched it, and I loved it. It's something that you don't expect you're going to love until you watch it. And like they're like, hey kid, what's your biggest fear? And everyone's like, spiders and the darkness. And then one kid's like, dying in my sleep. It's like, oh.
Dang.
Yeah, I highly recommend watching it. It's amazing. There's another show I've been watching a lot of. However, I told you to watch it, and I don't want to talk about it until maybe you've watched it as well. So we're gonna chill out.
What's it called? Can you say what it's called?
Yeah, it's I Think You Should Leave with Tim Robinson. It is beautiful. It's on Netflix. I'm sure if you look up I Think You Should Leave, it'll come up. Crap, I just flung my headphone cord everywhere. It's
Meow.
very short.
Dang.
It's literally like super short. And it's sketch comedy. So it's, just like little snippets of funny.
Okay.
Little snippets of funny. That's all it is, really.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah. TV.
I was gonna mention something else. I already forget though.
Damn. I hate when that happens,
Hmm.
You know what's ridiculous? I just read about this. There was a new, I don't know if you heard about this. There was a new Cooking Mama game that came out on Switch and
Okay.
PS4.
I heard about that.
It came out on the Switch for an hour and was taken off the eShop right like once that hour was done. And everyone's like, "What's going on?" And it turns out the developers made some sort of gateway and like did I don't really want to get into the specifics because I don't really understand it myself. Basically, they were mining Bitcoin from your Switch. And then
They were mining Bitcoin.
they were mining Bitcoin from your Switch with Cooking Mama. And I don't
Why
think
only
they
for
were,
an hour?
well, no, they had to take it down because then they discovered it. But anyone who is playing the game right now, their Switch is being mined for Bitcoin.
Jeez.
Yeah. So I don't think the developers were going to do anything with this, but then hackers got into it and started taking the Bitcoin for themselves. So then they had to remove it. But the PS4 version is okay, I think, because I think it was made by different people. Or maybe the PS4 version is also bad. I don't know. But I know that the Switch version definitely was taken down from the eShop. And I was like, that is the strangest thing I've ever heard. That Cooking Mama is the reason for Bitcoin being stolen.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy times we are living in. Everyone is
Really
stuck inside,
fun
and
fact
Cooking
of the
Mama
day.
is stealing money from us all.
What a wonderful world we're living in right now.
What a truly wonderful world.
That's actually funny how it's been going. It's like we're living in like the 12 months of God's wrath right now. And like the third month was like plague, and the first month was war. The second month was like death, because like a lot of like famous people died in February. And
This month, like frogs are gonna start falling from the sky.
yeah, yeah, it's pretty soon. August is just gonna be snowing.
Damn. Water's gonna turn to blood. and
Yeah.
then eventually,
It's gonna be
an
like the
angel.
12 punishments from the Bible.
Yeah, it's literally then like an angel is gonna come down one day and be like, "Yo, like I don't know, like kill a cow
Gotta
or
get that
something.
lamb's blood on your
Yeah,
wall.
put it on your wall." And I'll be like, "Oh, damn. Okay, I can't do this house.
I can't murder. Okay,
Can't murder
okay,
these guys.
got a
Come on.
blast.
They got the blood on their wall. I'm gonna kill them. I
Kill
don't
it.
think so."
Yeah, I'm actually nervous because like everyone. Oh, speaking of which, I can actually mention this. Talk about this. Everyone has been like so expectant and like ready of like what's gonna happen in real life.
Hmm.
For April because like the patterns of the past 3 months of how like disasters been happening with like war or a possible war
Hmm.
and COVID-19 and all that stuff. So everyone was like, okay, what's gonna happen in April? But I don't think they were expecting stuff to happen on social media because two really big events happened on social media. I'm not sure if we should like talk about the big
I
ones, but
am. Is one of these having to do with a member of the lunch club?
yeah, one with
Yeah.
Comey Carson, and then there was one like not even with Lunch Club, but there was one with iDubbbz.
Oh my God! Don't even get me
There was
started on the iDub story.
What's
Oh
your
my
opinion
God,
on that? Because like when I
dude,
heard about
let the
how he
man
was cool with
live.
that,
Let the man live. Let the
and
man
everyone's
be
giving
a
him
cuck,
hatred for it,
okay?
and I was like, wow.
I don't care. If he
I mean,
wants
if
to
it's
be a
his
simp,
choice, yeah, let him have his choice.
yeah, dude. The Carson situation, just screw you, Fitz. That's
Yeah,
so
that's a
messed up.
completely different thing. It sucks that they were like good friends too, and then
Hmm.
they kind of
I love that picture. Have you
yeah.
seen that picture of like Fitz drinking a beer and like Carson like sitting on the tiny little chair below
Yeah.
him, like sipping on a sippy cup? Like that's like my
Yep.
favorite picture on the
It's
earth.
so
And
iconic.
it sucks that like, oh my God.
It's kind of gone, but I'm scared to see how it's gonna turn out. Like I'm not
Hmm.
sure who's gonna like make a video about it first. I'm not sure if Fitz is gonna apologize or Carson's gonna make a.
I don't think Carson's gonna say anything at all, and I
No, he's
think,
probably just gonna brush past it, and then I think
mhm,
all of his fans is
yeah.
stand and just not even try and bring it up at all.
Well, Carson, I had to watch. Okay, I was on Twitter, right, and
Hmm.
everyone's like hashtag we love you, Carson. I was like, why is everyone loving Carson? I was like, oh, probably just because of like his depression and stuff, you know. But like everyone's like, listen, what happened with Fitz and Kate? And I was like, whoa, 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 what happened with Fitz and Kate?
Yeah, that was
So then
like
I go to
yeah, I was
Drama
like
Alert, and Drama Alert's telling me this. I was like, oh crap, it
Team
was on his
Star was
Reddit.
going nuts.
Yeah. So then I
Where's
go to
that one?
Carson's Reddit account, and I'm looking
Yep,
at his
and then
comments, and
yeah,
I was like, damn. And like Carson's even saying like, listen, because like Keemstar didn't say anything, but then I went to his comments, like his Reddit comments, and like he was
yeah,
saying, listen, they're both people, they messed up. I don't want any part of this. So I don't think Carson's gonna say anything.
yeah. I
I
think that's a
think,
really good idea that he put out there. I'm not
mhm,
sure if people are gonna like agree with that, but I think that's good that he doesn't want to get involved. He just wants it to be
absolutely.
a brush past.
Hmm. And Fitz, I think if he's gonna say anything, it's gonna come up in the Misfits podcast, which I don't listen to, so I don't care.
Yeah, but nothing's come out from Lunch Club yet, and I mean, it like there's stuff that's been produced like in the past day, but that's because it's been
Well,
pre-recorded
Lunch Club
like
made a
long
video.
ago. Yeah, yeah, they did, but that was definitely
I
pre-recorded.
mean,
It was
yeah, they
definitely
were
not.
outside a lot. I doubt
Yeah,
there was,
they
yeah,
were outside and they were in a
at a
zoo,
zoo.
so
That was a fun video.
definitely not current video.
Hmm.
So it's probably like a couple weeks ago, a month ago, before it's all happened.
I think Kate needs to just go back to her relevancy, you know?
Yeah, that's what pisses me off the most is that Carson kind of got her fame from that Raj Lorette thing,
Hmm.
and then they went on like a date. They went to like Disney World because Carson bought her a trip to Disney World. They went to Disney World and all that, and then
Yeah.
yeah,
You know
now
what
she
else?
has the fame.
Something else is bugging me. Did you see? And maybe I'm not gonna talk about that. Maybe that's a little bit too mature for our podcast. But crap, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, a lot of people have been hating on Pete Davidson. I don't know if recently, like very recently, but like it's just been bugging me. I've been watching a lot of clips from like his stand up, and like the Ariana Grande stands are just like, like it's just let the man live. Like they broke up and like she made a song about him, and then everyone's like, wow, good for her. That's allowed because she's a musician. So then he started
Right.
making jokes, and everyone's like, fuck you, Pete. You're not allowed to say this about our queen.
Yeah.
Like, Ariana said, like, said, like, too bad it didn't work out. You had a nice dick. She said that. Don't know where she said that, but she did say it, apparently.
Wow.
So then Pete's like, can you imagine if I said that? He's like, hey, sorry it didn't work out, but nice pussy. Gotta say, that's a nice one.
Yeah,
But
that would
sorry,
be
like that's weird. And like all the Ariana
yeah,
Grande stands are
yeah.
just like this bitch. What? Get a load of this guy. He said what? Like he's
I don't
totally
know.
in the right, and everyone's just no, screw you, dude. And
I
like
think he's fine
apparently,
where he is.
yeah, apparently, uh, also just want to mention this because it's kind of a podcast meme. Did you know he's friends with Kid Cudi?
No.
He is.
What?
Yeah, which is fair because they both love to smoke weed and have mental issues.
Sweet.
Um, like I saw he did an interview with I think they said Charlemagne, who is on the Breakfast Club radio show, which is I don't know, it's just like a radio show and they have like hip hop people on sometimes and sometimes other people like Pete Davidson, and apparently he did like he did an interview with him. It might have just been on one on one, and he's like, SNL sucks. Like they're always making me the butt end of the jokes, like, and I don't like it. And I tell them I don't like this, and everyone's just like, sucks to suck, dude. So like I really just feel bad for him. Like everyone's just hating on him for no reason.
Yeah.
Just wanted to mention that.
It's poor, man. It's stupid.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think April's gonna be focused on like social media outbreak and disaster and all that.
I could see that.
So God knows what's gonna happen with May. I'm scared, but I'm pretty sure this is all gonna brush past soon.
Yeah, I don't know. Times are times are
I
worrisome.
wouldn't say tough right now. I'm not too scared about this. I'm pretty sure that if you just do what?
No, right now, like I'm living okay. I'm kind of more stressed because everyone else is stressed. Like before we went to school, I would be, or before we left school, I would be like in class and like there'd just be a whole bunch of people next to me. He'd be like, "Oh my god, like I'm so scared." I'm like, "You're scared? Like I'm fine." And like I'm more so stressed because everyone else is stressed, and I feel like I need to be scared, but I'm not really scared.
Right.
I'm okay.
I can't. Yeah, I
I'm
can't like get
vibing in my
past that
room.
barrier, like where everyone else, where
Mhm.
everyone else is I should be scared. I'm not scared. Like I'm scared, like when I feel need to be scared. But if everyone
Mhm.
else is scared and I'm not scared, then I can't really make myself like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Weird times indeed. Uh, I feel bad for anyone who has like their birthday now.
Yeah. As for the same reason, but for anyone, or I feel bad for the people who have to, or who were going to get their braces off, like right.
Yikes! Yeah. Oh my
And
god,
they were
it's
so
actually
hyped up because it was like 2 years of their life with braces, and then they're about to get it off, and then they can't.
it's awful for me, dude. I was gonna. I don't know if I should say this actually. All right, I'm
What?
gonna say it. I'm gonna say this. All right. I was gonna get my license. I was allowed to get it
Yeah.
March like 18th or something, and like I still had like an in-car lesson, so like I had to wait to do that, and like we
Uh-huh.
had to keep pushing it off because I had like different like school activities, and then all those activities got canceled. I was like, okay, that sucks. And then I was like, okay, can we like maybe push it like closer? And he's like, sorry, we can't do that. And I was like, damn, that sucks. And then now the lesson got canceled. So I still have to do a lesson and then I can go get my license. So
Wow.
I would be able to drive right now if I like
Yeah, if this
was
wasn't
able to push
happening,
it
yeah.
back. But now I gotta wait and then I'm gonna be rusty.
Well, maybe you'll get more practice over the break that we have right now.
Nah, I guess. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. Life's just kind of going. Life is really just kind of going. I don't really know what else to say about that besides the fact that it's going.
It's going very tricky. I wouldn't say it's really difficult or bad. I
No,
wouldn't say it's bad
like
right
life
now.
isn't like rough, especially for us who's not like worried about losing our jobs or anything because
No.
don't have jobs. But like to people who are like, older and don't have any savings and are kind of freaking out, hey, more power to you. Bless your souls. Uh,
I think it's gonna all be fine though.
yeah.
Especially for those people you just mentioned. I think they're gonna be just fine
I
once
mean,
this is
I'm sure
done.
they'll be fine, but I'm sure that there's people that are worried. I'm just saying, just cool off. Life finds a way. That is my point. So it is written, so it is done.
Phew.
Yeah. What else is new? I had a dream. There's a dead body in my pool.
That's a very
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I just
abnormal dream there.
Yeah. It was weird too because like, okay, here's what happened. I was like, okay, opened up the pool. I gotta clean it out, and I opened it up, and there's like a rotting corpse in there. I'm like, damn it,
Not again.
gotta clean this up. And like, I was like,
It's
all
the
right,
third one this week.
time to lift it up, and I lifted it up like with one hand, which
Yeah.
I should have known it was a dream by the fact that that happened. You know, it's a dead dude full of water,
And you just kind of went, yeah,
and I
with one
just
hand.
with like my left hand did it, and like I felt its skin, and I was like, oh my god, this isn't a dream. And then I woke up and I was holding my stress ball, which kind of has like a sticky texture to it, and I was like, oh, it was a dream. I just don't know how my
Whoa.
hand got over here.
I thought you were gonna say like you were holding your cat. I don't know. I was expecting like your cat just.
Yeah, my hairless cat. I had my hairless cat wake me up today,
Yeah,
and I was like,
yeah.
there's a raw chicken on my chest.
Yeah. Do you have a cat? Like any pets?
No, I don't have any
Realize.
pets.
Oh, I was about to say because like pets kind of help with staying inside. They keep you company.
Yeah, I feel bad
Pretty
for any
well.
pets that are like after all this is done and everyone leaves. Like I feel bad for the pets that are now they have to lose all their people again.
Mhm.
But you know what? It's better than permanently losing them. Amen to
There's
that.
also been like yeah, that's good. There's also been some things that have been like happening recently, but then are just they've just been completely like disregarded. Like the whole Australia wildfire thing.
Oh my god, yeah. Like, is that
I'm
still
not
going
sure if
on?
that's still going or like because I heard like an article online said like a big rainstorm hit and it kind of reduced it, but it never mentioned that it stopped it. So
Yeah, I don't know.
with Australia being super dry, like dry wood and all that,
hmm And
that
like the
fire that
Amazon
got
was
put
on
out, it
fire.
just
I don't know what
yeah.
happened with that.
Mm.
And like all the while, people are just posting 10 pictures of themselves to Instagram and thinking, you know,
Do you know what that was for? 10
dude,
pictures
I
of
don't know.
yourself.
I don't know.
I
People just
never
started
understood the
doing it.
purpose. People just said it was for fun, but I'm like, there's gotta be like a reason for this. Unless you're
Yeah.
just that bored.
Unless, yeah, maybe people are just like that bored that they're just like, I don't know, people's morals are low. Here, look at my butt. I don't know.
I've not seen one butt this entire time.
Have also not seen one butt
Good.
on Instagram.
Gotta stay Christian boy.
Gotta stay Christian. Uh, yeah, I don't know. A lot of the whole, just just please don't nominate me, please, for anything. I don't want part in this. I don't do anything on Instagram. I'm just kind of a lurker. I don't talk much. I don't do anything. I barely DM anyone on Instagram, really. Mostly, I've been texting people a lot more on Snapchat because I've discovered I went into like my storage settings on my phone, and it was like, oh, uh, here's like how much room you have left, and it said like 5 GB under messages. And I was like, what the hell? And he was like, yeah, with every text message you send, like, it's a lot of storage. I was like,
So
damn,
did
that's
you end
crazy.
up like clearing all your conversations up, or is that
Well, like I could, but then I'm losing a lot of conversations, you know?
right?
So
I don't
like,
really like scroll up those all on my phone and like look back at them.
no, but
I kind of
obviously
just
not.
memorize it.
But you know, there's
I
some
just
like
wonder
older messages I want to keep or something. Like, hold on, let's check. Where the frick is messages? I can't find
Yeah, I don't know.
them.
I just memorize it all. I don't have 5 gigs though. I don't text that much. I use like other apps like Instagram, DMs,
Hold
or
on,
Snapchat stuff.
I'm trying to find it.
It's
I cannot find it.
definitely not regular texting.
Where the flip and frick is messages? I'm going insane, dog. You 2.6, not 5. But still, that is quite a bit for text messages. Yeah. I don't know. Times are like both scary and just kind of like, I don't know, like at the same time, you know? Cuz like, yeah, people are dying, but I can't do anything about it. That's just my kind of outlook on things like this. Like people can be freaking out about anything they want, and I'll just be like, well, how can I help? And it'll be like, well, you can't. It's like, oh, okay.
Wow.
All right, that's enough Corona talk. All right, let's talk about something fun. Let's talk about I don't know. I've been
Lovely.
literally anything. Let's talk about. All right, closing my eyes. I'm gonna spin around on my chair. First thing I see is what we're talking about. All right.
Sure. You just
All right.
fall.
I'm now spinning.
I hope you fall right now.
Bed. We're talking about beds. All right. We're talking about
Beds.
beds. How would you rate your bed?
My bed? I don't know. Do you prefer like a more firm or like more like
I think I'm
waterbed
more of a
kind of
firm
style?
guy. I'm
Yeah, I'm
more
more
of
of a
a
firm
firm.
guy.
I remember I was playing Rocket League with someone in their room, and like I was on like their bed, and I kept like falling off. I was like on the edge, and I just kept like falling off of the bed, and I was like, this isn't fun. Uh, yeah, that's kind of the deal with beds. All right, guys, that was another bed section of the episode. Now I'm gonna spin around, and we're gonna do the same thing again.
Sweet.
Nah, let's What else is new in your life?
Actually, speaking, I just realized like pets.
Pets. Okay.
Like if there was like one like non or wait, what's the word? Is it non-domestic pet? I don't know.
Uh,
Like if there was like a pet that like couldn't be a pet,
okay.
what would it
You're
be?
not making sense. What do you mean? If
Like
there's
just
a
some
pet?
I'm having so much trouble right now. Like one completely like random animal in the world that's not supposed to be a pet, but you can make it a pet. What
Oh.
would it be?
Okay, when you say make it a pet, does that mean completely tamed and it can't like hurt me at all?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
then monkeys.
I think monkeys are already good enough.
No, you think that and then you hear a 911 call of someone's monkey ripping someone's head open. Not cool.
Okay. I'd probably do like an otter or something. I'm not sure if those are like already a pet, but
Oh, crap, I forgot about
otters
sea
are like
lions. I'd do a sea lion. Dude, they're so cute.
they are, but okay.
Like it would just sit in its tank. Well, no, they can walk on land too, right? I think so. That wasn't Finding Dory. They can
Um,
do that.
no, remember Gerald, really stupid one.
Gerald. That was funny. No, but the sea lions were like the little furry guys at the end. That Gerald was a seal, I thought.
Um, yeah, but he was like a dumb sea lion. That's why
Yeah,
I
he
think
was a
sea
dumb
lions are
seal.
like a funny animal. Cause he was just, I don't even know how to describe it. It was just funny.
He had a unibrow. It was quite humorous, I have to admit. Yeah, I don't know. I would also say, do babies count? Like, can I just have a baby that doesn't like grow up?
Like a not a baby animal, like a baby.
Like a permanent baby. Like
Um,
it's just always a baby. Like 8 months old.
sure.
And it's always 8 months old.
I guess that counts.
I'm gonna go with that then. But it has to be a quiet baby. It's not a loud baby. It
It
needs to
can't
be
be
a
like
quiet.
when I want food, bruh.
No, if it's saying anything, it's saying I want food gummy. But that's it. That's all it is. It's just a baby. It's cute as hell. Uh, yeah, and it doesn't cry when you try to give it lava cakes. But it does cry when you go to Applebee's. I think I gotta stop with the Applebee's jokes. Like, especially in like public
You've been carrying
presences.
that on for a very long
No,
time
like
now.
not in like private, like just like you and the boys. Like,
Hmm.
nah, I'm keeping the Applebee's jokes there. But like when it's on the podcast, I feel like I could definitely get in trouble if I start talking about Applebee's too much. Like I don't want obviously not that Applebee's is going to be noticing us anytime soon, but I don't want one day like we get an email from Applebee's and it's like, "Listen, all right? You've talked about us long enough. Cease and desist." And then like we have to
Yeah, you
stop
get
everything.
sued by
Yeah, we get sued by
Applebee's.
Applebee's.
Yikes.
Like they hand us the my phone keeps going off. I need to turn this on do not disturb. I apologize. Like they hand us like the letters, like the serving letters, and they're just like covered in grease, and we're just like, it just makes perfect sense. And then we put it in our podcast, and they're like, all right, that's it. Now we're suing you twice. That one covered in margarine, not even butter, margarine. Even worse.
Margarine is like, I can't believe it's not butter, right?
Yeah. Have you seen those pictures of like different things of butter? And it's like, hold on.
No.
Let me find it. All right. So there's all right. So people have like the 7 stages of grief for butter. So shock. What? Not butter? Denial. Unbelievable. This is not butter. Anger. You'd butter believe it. Bargaining. Could it be butter? Depression. I can't believe it's not butter. Testing. You'd think it's butter.
Reading memes on an episode of Good Wednesday.
This is our introductory episode. I just realized this is the first episode. We're telling people this is what the series is about. Butter.
We're setting a bad example.
Jeez. Yeah.
What should we wrap this up on?
We should wrap this up on my rap song. Lay down a beat.
It's coming out soon, isn't it?
I need you to lay down a beat right now.
Oh, I'll just give you one random.
Just give me a beat right now. That's not very good.
No? Okay.
It just sounds like you're licking the microphone.
Yeah, I'll give you like a really simple one. Boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats and
hello, my name is Pablo, and I think you blow. Yeah, I wear the coolest clothes. Yeah, Nathan freaking toes. Bars. I'm writing that down.
Dude,
we got that.
Yo, add that to the track list.
Dude, virtual high five right now. 3, 2, 1.
Watching?
Alright, that's close enough. There's a bit of a delay. Alright.
Anyone watching that is probably having the hardest cringe face
Dude,
right now.
Whoever's listening to this, I hope they know like people in the business like and sign me.
If you can make us big, make us big. We're not gonna blow our shot, trust me.
Dude, that'd be sick. I saw like podcasts like podcasts that are like sponsored by like microphone companies. I was
Raid Shadow Legends. Oh.
Raid Shadow Legends. No.
I thought you were gonna say Raid Shadow Legends.
I don't know if a
Raid
podcast would be sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. I feel like that'd be like, listen, if Raid Shadow Legends is listening to this right now, I will gladly take your sponsorship, and we will definitely make a full podcast episode just talking about Raid Shadow Legends. I play it all the time. It's so good. But listen, I think from a podcasting standpoint, we should like try to get a sponsor with like a company that has something to do with like microphones and stuff. Because like I saw that, like,
that'd be sweet.
That would be totally sweet. Like then they would sponsor us and give us free microphones, and then like we would sound like we're right next to each other because we're using the same microphone.
Yeah.
That would sound way better. And like
I
was
like
looking,
the sound of that.
I was looking at I'm not gonna name them in case a different company wants to sponsor us, but like I was looking at a microphone specifically for podcasting. I was like, oh, interesting. Like it's called. Actually, no, I'm not going to give the name because then people will find it. But like it's specifically for podcasting. And I was like, oh, what's the price? And it was like $300. I was like, that's not in the price range right now, dog.
Yikes!
I don't even think we have made $3.
Hey man, we're getting there.
You know what? We're getting there. That's the point. And on that note, we want to say thank you to everyone for listening to the first episode of Good Wednesdays.
Yes.
Thank you for listening to the podcast because we realized like last night this all started really because I texted Nathan. I said, Nathan, like we're kind of popping off. Like we're almost at 200 total listens. That's not even counting YouTube listens. I think we might have made 200 counting YouTube.
Yeah, probably because there's there's the animated stuff if you want to count that.
And well, not just the animated stuff, but all our episodes are on YouTube.
Yeah, all the episodes on that too, right?
Also, if you're listening on YouTube and you want to support us, listen on a streaming service, and we'll get actually paid for it from our sponsors. Otherwise, we're not getting paid for it. That's just kind of on our own dime. If you want to support us, obviously I'm not going to force you to do whatever you want to do, but if you have something like Spotify Premium or even free Spotify, you know what? Please do us a favor. use that. Or if you want to go to bit.ly/hyhmusic, our anchor page, it's completely free to listen. You don't even need to make an account. That's enough selling it. Um, Basically,
Yeah.
we just wanted to create an outlet for you guys, and for us to talk, and for you guys to just listen, to make a community, because in these times where everyone's isolated, we want to feel more together. So yeah,
So yeah,
go
we're not
check
sure
out.
if like once this is done, but just to add here, we're not sure we're gonna continue this. We might probably continue. We're not sure.
Our current
Like once
standpoint,
the quarantine's done.
or at least my current standpoint, really is, after the 5 episodes, we're probably not going to continue with this. At least initially, after that fifth episode goes up, probably not going to be continuing this,
Hmm.
like initially, but maybe later on, if we're just kind of like if we have a whole bunch of episodes set up, who knows, you might see another good Wednesday. So yeah, make sure to follow us on Twitter at HYH Music Podcast. Go check out our website, bit.ly/hyh site. I think that's it for links. So yeah, with that being said, thank you for listening to the first episode of the HYH exclusive Good Wednesdays. Almost about to say Fridays.
Yeah, I
I'm
heard that.
Pablo,
And I'm Nathan.
and we'll see you guys next week.